talking over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. Recycle the plastic, like we talked about. Yeah.
Diddy's life saga behind bars has taken a wild turn. A new audio has been going viral on Twitter that shows Diddy allegedly giving instructions in coded languages to his associates. He's using coded language with phrases like pizza boxes and recycle the plastic. And in case you don't know, these are street codes for some really dark stuff. So let's uncode this call, because trust, it will send shivers down your neck. The leaked call starts off innocent enough, with Diddy giving instructions to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes and recycle the plastic. Word on the street is that pizza might be code for incriminating evidence or even something linked to his past. Then, when Diddy mentions recycling the plastic, people jump to conclusions, saying it could mean getting rid of hard drives, tapes, or any other digital files that might contain sensitive footage. Now, the court already got their hands on hundreds of footage when they raided their mansion, but more tapes have resurfaced from victims of Diddy, and looks like there are still more footage that could end Hollywood for good, and Diddy wants to get rid of them all.
Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
Yeah. How do you know Sean Combs?
Generation. You know, Frank Lucas was my godfather and his father, and then we both was in the music business for 30 years.
To make things worse, there's even speculation that pizza refers to code slang for young men, while dessert could mean ladies. And honestly, it's no wonder folks are feeling a bit unsettled by it all. Several people are also speculating that Justin Bieber music video Yummy was talking about these codes. In the music video, Justin Bieber is served a dessert with a cherry on top, which fans interpret as a metaphor for his innocence before his association with Diddy.
You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
It's 55.
The music video ends with Justin sitting alone, looking depressed, and an empty plate showing a photo of his younger self, symbolizing the loss of his innocence. The music video also has several old people eating the dessert in a very suggestive manner. So Diddy talking about deserts in that coded call is just so creepy, considering all that has been exposed about Diddy and Justin Bieber over the last few months. In the same call, Diddy allegedly told his son to reach out to the producer and to let them know about a release for a Netflix movie.
You reach out to the producer, let these motherfuckers know there's a release date for that new Netflix movie. Alright, Pop, it's crazy right now. Everybody out there quiet as a motherfucker.
Now, if you're confused about how Netflix comes into play here, you're not alone. Allegedly, this might be a hint towards those darknet tapes that have reportedly been shopped around, tapes tied to his freak-offs, which might be on the brink of being leaked. Allegedly, these tapes have several celebs on them, and all these celebs are purchasing these tapes at insane amounts, so they never see the light of the day.
I also was just recently contacted by someone who wanted me to essentially represent them in the sale of one of the Diddy tapes. So, which I declined that because...
Wait a minute, say that again. Say that again, back up. You're saying that there's tapes and they're being shopped?
Yes, there have been people already shopping.
We've heard about the tapes, but
yes.
The shopping thing is
Yes,
new.
there already have been tapes leaking around Hollywood, being shopped around to individuals in Hollywood, but one particular person contacted me to shop a particular video they were in possession of, and to contact the person who was in the video to see if they were interested in purchasing the video before it became a public knowledge.
I've heard this before, so like a catch and
correct.
Wow, can you, and I guess you can't reveal the person who is on
No,
the
I can't explain who the person was, but
High profile?
Mr. Combs was in the tape, and this other person is, I would venture to say, more high profile than Mr. Combs.
Really? Really? And you've seen it?
I've seen stills of the video.
Okay.
So
you can verify
that it exists, that it's real, that the other person in the video is very visible. It's no question if it's that person in the video. And I can tell the video is pornographic in nature.
And this is something that even Jaguar Wright talked about months back.
Well, considering that the is selling his own god evidence that would put him in jail against him on the dark net to the highest bidder, Why would he sell evidence of his debauchery and savagery? Why would he sell on the dark net his tapes of all just terrible? Wanna know why? Because he doesn't intend to stand trial.
Is he protecting people, or are people protecting him?
Oh no, he's selling it because he needs the cash. The last freak off tape that just got sold on the dark net, which I know because I monitor, went for $500 million. It had multiple stars in it. Nicki Minaj, Rihanna, Chris Brown, Justin Bieber, Drake. It was a really interesting night in Calabasas, and he just sold that footage.
In the call, Diddy also mentioned someone named Jay, asking if he's reached out. I don't know for sure who this Jay is, but some think it could be Jay-Z, especially with the talk about a falling out between the two. Could Diddy have expected Jay to pull some strings for him, or maybe even help out financially? It sounds like Jay hasn't come through, and Diddy is clearly frustrated.
Reach out yet? Nah, Bob, he ghosting. This motherfucker doing? These things sweet now, cause I'm in here. It's all good. You about to get out on bail? No.
Towards the end of the call, Diddy mentioned something about getting the list signed. This mysterious list has fans wondering, is it a list of NDAs, a contract for loyalty, or something even darker? It seems important enough for him to remind his son about, and whatever's on it is definitely not something he wants to leave unfinished. And speaking of NDAs, the court finally unsealed his white party NDAs, and guys, those are some crazy clauses. According to TMZ, the NDA was in effect for the life of the signee plus 20 years after they died, or a total of 70 years, whichever is longer. Guests could not share any details related to Diddy, his family members, current or former partners, spouses, or friends of business associates, unless given express permission. There was no recording at the parties, including photos, video, or audio allowed. The activities could not be revealed via social media during audio and video interviews, or written about in books, newspapers, or any platforms. Well, as disturbing as this is, it's clear that Diddy isn't one to leave things to chance. He sounded prepared, as if he'd anticipated his arrest, giving his son instructions to carry out certain tasks. And the fact that he's doing all of this in code just makes him even more suspicious. Like, we already know all the evil things he did. The fact that he is talking in code means there are even more things we don't know of. After being arrested in September 2024, he's been charged with some serious charges, and his upcoming trial date is set for May 2025, and the lawsuits aren't slowing down. Several people have come forward describing traumatic experiences that they say occurred at Diddy's parties. Now, despite the mounting lawsuits, Diddy's brushing them off like they're nothing. He's reassuring his son, saying that none of them are going to get anything, claiming he has nothing in his name to worry about.
We gonna let them have their little fun, but I'm still gonna have the last laugh. What about all these lawsuits though, Pop? Ain't none of them getting shit. I ain't worth nothing. Ain't got shit in my name anyway.
And people are pointing out how Mace once mentioned that Diddy doesn't keep assets in his own name, making it impossible for people to collect even if they win lawsuits. Diddy is acting like he's untouchable, as if he set everything up to protect himself from financial or legal consequences.
Let's start with your mother. Your mother got the receipts. Everything is in your mother's name. That's the one who got the receipts. You need more proof? Biggie ain't here, so Big can't give you no receipts. He dead. Craig Mack can't give you receipts. He dead.
Now, Diddy recently celebrated his 55th birthday behind bars. And yes, he was able to connect with his children on a prison call. Justin, Diddy's son, shared a clip where the family sang happy birthday to him. But in true Diddy fashion, even this touching moment had a layer of mystery.
Best family in the world. My birthday, I'm happy. Thanks to y'all giving me this call. Thank you very much. I love y'all.
We love you more. Can't wait to see you in a couple of days.
I'll see y'all in a couple of days. Say it again. What you say?
I love you, Daddy. Yeah.
I love you too, baby.
One user commented, the fact he needs to speak in code proves he is not an innocent man, and how disturbing that he needs to speak code about something that needs getting rid of. Another user chimed in saying, Ellen used to invite celebs on her show to talk about pizza parties. They were so arrogant, thinking they were on top of the world, being so obvious about their crimes. They believed we were stupid and they would be powerful forever. Which witch is laughing now? And let's talk about his connections. With his arrest making headlines everywhere, many of his A-list friends and collaborators, people who've been at his side for years, have been noticeably quiet. Jay-Z, Kevin Hart, Rihanna, and even Kanye have chosen not to comment on the situation. So what gives? Some say Diddy's holding something over their heads. Perhaps they've got secrets of their own tied to Diddy's notorious parties. Others think they're just waiting to see how things play out, not wanting to get caught in the crossfire. But that's just them. I want to know what y'all think. Could these cryptic codes be Diddy's way of hiding a deeper, darker truth from the public eye? And if Diddy's keeping this calm in the middle of it all, what kind of leverage does he really have behind the scenes? Why are so many big names staying silent while he's facing these serious accusations? What might they be afraid will come out? Y'all don't just sit with your thoughts. Drop them in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more unfiltered, straight from the hood